Okay, so let's continue. Let me zoom. So this is the source, right? So to be connected to the positive power and negative power supply. So now the question, should I use the metal 1 or the metal 2? Yes, I can use the metal 1 and the metal 2, to avoid any connection with any other undesirable point. But the only possible point where the metal 1 will cross apart from here, it's this area, and again this is a guard ring, right? So that serves as a contact for the substrate, and that's the body of the NMOS. And so since it's the body of the NMOS and this is the source, it's fine if the body and the source connects together. So I can just go ahead and use metal 1. So let's use metal 1. Yeah, because if I use metal 2, I would have to use via for this point, and later I would have to still connect this point, because we desire that this point also connects to, since that's the body of the NMOS, so we desire it's also connected to the source. So why not just use the same metal layer, so it will all be connected? Because if I use M1, this is M1 here. If I use M1, this is also M1, and if M1 crosses M1, they would all connect. So let's go ahead. I think I would just like to track my dimension. So I think it's 0.1 micrometer. Okay, it's 1 2 3 4 5, so that's 0.5 micrometer. So let me draw it up to this point. So I right click, then I can just go ahead and paint metal 1 painted. Then I want to bring this down to the negative power supply, so I can just drag the box again, and I can just do this again just to resize. Yes, so I want it to come down. But by the way, there may be a potential issue if I paint this with metal 1. Let's say the minimum spacing between these two, this metal 1 and this metal 1 I'll be painting, so that's 0. The dimension of each box is 0.1, so this is 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, which is fine. I think the minimum is about 0.02 or 0.2. So whatever the case, we're still fine. We can just go ahead and paint. So we continue to bring it down. So up to this point, let me draw the box up to this point, then I paint metal 1 again. So yeah, painted. So let's track ourselves again. Let's track back. Let's see the terminals that have been connected so far. So the source, so far the source of the PMOS has been connected to the positive power supply, and at once, since we use the same material, metal layer, so the body too was equally connected to, and which is desired. So the body and the source has been connected, has been routed. So body and source has been routed together already. Then next, let's see, so far we have this is the drain, right? This is the drain. Now don't worry about this overlap of this pad touching the gates. It won't be connected because the gate is a different material, so it does not mean it would. And by the way, this is the contact of the gate, so this is not the contact of the gate. So that's why you need contacts. Contacts are the only means by which you can connect materials together, different materials you get. So this just metal 1 and this is a gate, so no contact. So we are sure you don't need to worry. So IS, it will just overlap, you get. So this the drain. So the drain, we use metal 2 to avoid the drain connecting to the body. The body is surrounding the PMOS, so we use metal 2. Then used via 1 because we want, because they are different layers. This is metal 2 and the contact of the drain itself is metal 1. They are different layers, so they won't be connected. So to ensure they connect, we use via 1 to connect them. So that's what we used here. So we crossed over, then we want the drain to connect to the drain of the NMOS. So here we go. So this the drain of the NMOS connected already. So we use metal 2 so that even though the metal 2 crosses this contacts here, which would serve as a contact for the body of the NMOS, even if it crosses, because they are different layers, they won't be connected. So it gets to the desired part we want to be connected. So to ensure the connection happens, we use the via 1 to connect the metal 2 and the metal 1. And don't forget about the spacing and the padding and the overlap. There is a DRC you need to observe there. Don't just worry about the DRC errors, just go ahead and do the connection. When the routing, when you have the DRC error, ask it why, then you just do the correction that way. So now this is the source of the NMOS. So now the NMOS is connected to the negative power source. So, and equally we used the metal 1 so that way the body connects to the source. So we are left with the gates. So from our schematics, the two gates are supposed to be connected together. So let's do that. So let me zoom out. So this is the gates, so already there are two contacts, so you can choose to connect from here or from here, from either of the contacts. Then there's the gate of the NMOS, so anywhere you want to do the connection. So maybe we're left to, so where should we connect from? Should we connect from here? So connect out this way, then down, then we'll cross over to this point, then down. Okay, maybe that's fine. This place looks too far, so maybe let's go with this. So we'll just do the connection from here, then down, then so this is the gates. Easily we could have just used metal 1, since the metal layer 2 here on the gate is metal 1. So when metal 1 meets metal 1, they would all connect. But remember, it's the routing will be crossing this guard ring, and the guard ring 2 has metal 1 too, so they would connect. But we don't want that because the gate is not supposed to connect to the body of the PMOS. So we need to use metal 2. So metal 2 will cross. Then since we want this point to be connected, would now join the metal 1 here and the metal 2 here with a via 1. So let's go ahead, let's make the box, the routing box 0.1. my current dimension is 0.1, so 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, let's 0.4, let's make it at least 0.5, so 0.5. Then let me adjust a little for enough overlap of the via 1. Okay, then and if I paint this place, I'm going to paint, I'm trying to form the pad for the metal 1 and the metal 2 and the via 1. So if the pad extends to this point, what's the difference? What's the distance between here and here? So that's 0.1. I think the spacing between two metals, I think is 0.1 0 something, or is it 0.2, or is it 0.02? Let me just go ahead and paint metal 1. If there is no error, then that means it's less than that. So there is error. So it's, if you ask it why, I think that's the reason it will give. I think it's less than, is it 0.2? So let's ask drc why. So 0.23, the spacing. So it means I would have to erase the metal, then adjust it so that the spacing between this metal and this metal would be up to 0.2. so let me erase metal 1. So if I start from here, so this box is 0.1, this is 0.2, it's not even 0 up to 0.2, so I still need to adjust it maybe up to this point. So if this is 0.1, this is about 0.2, then from a little addition to it, so I think that should make it up to 0.3, so 0.23. so I can go ahead and paint it this way, and 1, 2, yes, this should be more than 3, so there won't be any issue here with this spacing. This metal 1 spacing I'll do here, and this. So I think it's all fine. So let's go ahead. So let's paint metal 1, so no error. So from there, let me paint metal 2. Then I'll continue the metal 2 routing only. So only metal 2 I would route, so that there will not be connection between this point and this point. So paint metal 2. I'll take it out. Metal 2. But before we continue down, let's not forget our wire. So there's supposed to be a wire connection here. So wire should, the area of the wire should be less than, like, so something like this. The wire shouldn't cover all the pad area, but there's a rule for that one too. But let's not worry, if the error comes up, we'll just ask it why. We can't be storing those numbers in our head. So paint via 1. So there's no issue, so we're fine, painted. So we can continue down. So let me increase the offset here. Let me do more painting here. So paint metal 2. So let's now continue. Remember, I want to connect, the aim is to connect this gates, the 2 gates together to this point, this guide here. So our routing will go this way, and this way. So let's continue. Paint metal 2. Paint metal 2. Let me zoom out to have an idea of how near I am already. Okay, so I can paint metal 2. So now I'll be crossing this metal 2 layer, and I don't want this 2 routing to connect. So at the point, I would have to start from here, start with metal 1, so metal 1 can cross over, so that way there will not be any connection. Then metal 2 will continue on the other end. then I would use the vias to connect the desired point. So what I can do is I can start the metal 1 from here. So metal 1, so I can start the metal 1 from here. Let's do it to overlap. Let me form the pad first. So pad, paint metal 2, then pad, paint metal 1. Then I'll do the, okay, then metal 1 will continue. Yeah, so metal 1 would continue, so to cross over. But then let me, to make this point, the metal 1 and the metal 2 here connect. So I'll use the via. So paint via 1. So done. Now the metal 1 and metal 2 are connected here. So let me continue painting metal 1. I'll cross over. So paint metal 1. Again, let me check where I'm going to. So I'm going down here. So I have to return back to metal 2 because I'll be crossing metal 1 here and I don't want them to connect. So let me give more room. So metal 1, then metal 2, then there'll be a via around here. So they would connect, connection would continue. So then I'll continue with metal 2. Continue with metal 2. So paint metal 2. Metal 2. Then connect down. So let's it's zoomed in already. So let me position it this way. Then draw the box up to this point. Let me see. So I guess it's fine this way. So paint metal 1. Oh no, paint metal 2, not metal 1. So let's erase metal 1. Erase metal 1. So paint metal 2. Oh, still error. What's the error? Let's see why. Or maybe the overlap. I guess the overlap, it's, oh, there's a metal 2 here, so I have to be careful. So let's know why. What's the reason? So DRC why. Oh, so this metal 2 and this metal 2, the spacing between them is less than 0.28. So this 0.1, this 0.1, 0.2, then yeah, it's not up to 8. So that means the metal 2 should not get up to this point, this line. So I have to erase some part of the metal 2. Oh no. I could erase some part of the metal tool here. Hopefully there will be no issues. So I can erase some part of the metal tool here. So erase metal tool. Okay, so it's all good. So now the minimum it's just 1, 2, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. So okay, then I need this metal tool and this contact to connect, so I would have to use a metal 1 pad also. Hopefully there's no issue with spacing. 0.2, the distance here it's 0.1, 0.2. There may be issue with spacing. Okay, so I would also like to erase the metal 1 layer there too, that is left. So then let me increase the metal 1 layer here. Hopefully no issues. So paint metal 1. Oh, so there is issue. So let's see DRCY metal 1 spacing. Okay, between this point and this point, this metal layer here and this metal layer here. So let me just reduce the metal layer length. So let me erase metal 1. Then let me just, so this, I have to get 0.2. I just have to stop there. Yes, I can only paint metal 1 perhaps up to this point, because this is up to 0.23, 0.1, 0.2. okay, maybe it's up to, so paint metal 1. Oh, it's not up to, so I have to reduce it. So erase metal 1. So let me just reduce it to this size. So let me paint metal 1. Then the wire may be the problem, but hopefully there may be no issues for wires too. For wire 2, for the wire 1 also. So let me extend it up to 0.1, 0.2. I think wire should be up to 0.3 wide. Let's see, hopefully no issues. So paint wire 1. Hopefully no issues. Oh no, issues. Let's see what the issue is. DRCY, overlap of the wire 1, metal 1. Okay, the overlap and the metal 1 spacing. Okay, so let's erase the wire and let's just find a better way to route it. So erase wire 1. Now everything is messed up, so we have to repaint that area with the metal too. So paint metal 2 was still the issue. Let me check DRCY. Metal width is less than, okay. So let's 0.1 0.23 0.1 0.2. Let's increase the width back. Let's see, hopefully there's no issues. I don't know. Let's erase metal one again. Okay, let me stop it here to not take much time, then we'll continue.